So when I got retrenched, I had a 1 month notice and my company was kind of restructuring. And surprisingly, my first reaction was not panic. And part of me saw it as a chance to take a breather, to unwind a little and figure out what I wanted to do next while I look for work. But that experience also changed how I started to think about cash. So you see, getting retrenched can feel deeply personal and really painful at times.
You're too emotional. Hence yet.
And sometimes it's not even within the individual's control, but shit just happened.
Now the shit has really hit the fan.
So this happened around 2022, 2023 during a difficult period for the crypto industry after the FTX collapse, and a lot of things happened after. So in my case, my company was going through a restructuring. I was given a 1 month notice, which gave me some time to process and come out with a plan. Which back then, honestly, I didn't have one, but we had to build as we go. So instead of jumping right into the next role, I chose to treat that period as a break to just chill a little bit. I took a break, did some traveling, worked on this channel, rebuilt the website a little, and tried to think clearly about what I wanted next before actively job searching. And during that time, it also made one thing very real. When incomes become uncertain, every dollar suddenly had a different job, and the mindset of dollars saved is a dollar earned tend to come into your mind once in a while. So the 1 month notice is helpful for sure, but it could only last so long before it starts dipping into savings, and it is not really a long-term financial plan as well. So here's what changed before retrenchment. It is easy to look at cash and think that this money should be doing more, it should be invested, it should be earning a better return, it should not be sitting around doing nothing. And until today, I still have that habit where I sometimes over-invest or allocate too much into investments. But once in a while, the experience of getting retrenched taught me that sometimes having spare cash sitting around, it doesn't mean that cash is doing nothing. And the important thing that I learned from this retrenchment experience is that cash can buy you time. So many people might disagree, but cash can buy you time to search for a role that actually fits what you want to do. It can buy you time to avoid accepting the first offer because you're scared. It can buy you time to think through your next financial decision without panic. Or it can buy you time to spend some quality time with your loved ones, which you might not have the luxury to do so with a full-time job. But this doesn't mean that investing your money is bad. It means that you shouldn't try to stretch every single dollar as tight as possible. So for me now, I sort of have this framework, which for me kind of works pretty decently. And that is really on me to ensure that I keep doing at it. So it's a very simple 3-bucket system. The first bucket is going to be your emergency fund or money for uncertainty in the future. So the money that is sitting here, it should be highly accessible money. And the main job of this money is to tide you across rough patches like a job loss or a sudden medical incident. And the money that is here is supposed to cover those gaps. And the job of this money here is not to make you or me rich. Its job is to make sure that difficult situation or difficult times will not force us to make desperate decisions. And the second bucket here is the short-term goals/travel bucket. That's what I call it. Think of things like upcoming holiday, annual bills that you have to pay, your home renovations, family commitments, or a future purchase. So this shouldn't be mixed up with long-term investing either, because we'll have a bucket just for that. And anything that you want to buy or spend money on in the next 1 to 3 years, this is where the money belongs. And the last and final bucket is the money for the long term.
Money prefers a long-term investment.
And the money that is allocated into this bucket must be able to handle time and market movements. It should not be the money I need if my income pauses. If managing 3 buckets might be a little tricky for you, or maybe you have no idea if you should invest or whether you should save it, one question that I always revisit or ask myself now is, if I needed this money because life changed tomorrow, would I regret where I put it today? And if the answer is yes, and then it kind of means that this money shouldn't be invested at all. So I hope you guys can learn from my mistakes from only starting to wisen up when retrenchment knocks on the door. Maybe the next time you get your salary or bonus, figuring out where this money should go might be a good thought process to have, because you don't want to end up making desperate decisions during desperate times. And because the goal is not to have the highest return on every single dollar, the goal that we want is to make sure that we can still have choices when life do not go according to plan.